On the surface, InvestingPro looks like just another stock research platform, but the way it handles data, fundamentals, and analysis is different. I tested it to see if it's really worth adding to your toolkit, and let's just say I discovered some hidden features that will forever change how you approach stock picking and investing. Now, before I even signed up, I did what I always do when testing out any stock research and investing platform for the first time. I went digging through user reviews. And I don't just mean the glowing 5-star testimonials. I looked for the critical ones, the 1-star warnings, because that's where you often find the real story, right? And one Investing Pro review that really stood out to me was from a trader who said that he had to cancel his subscription 3 separate times before it finally went through. He mentioned that the info was useful, but as a day and swings trader, he felt that it wasn't adding enough value for him. So yeah, that kind of thing makes you pause, right? Nobody wants a hassle with billing. But here's what I noticed. This seemed like a rare complaint. Most platforms have the occasional billing hiccup, and honestly, paying with a credit card gives you protection if anything really like that happens. So it didn't seem like a widespread pattern at all. Because on the flip side, many users don't report these kinds of issues. In fact, they absolutely swear by this platform. I found one user who called Investing Pro really dependable, saying that its judgments closely follow the consensus of other financial analysts. He called it a useful tool for both trading and portfolio development. Another investor praised the user-friendly platform and how the up-to-date news lets him take necessary precautions when trading. And a common theme here was also the depth of the data. One user put it pretty simply: there's a good amount of data available to make informed decisions on your investments, calling it a great value. So yeah, my takeaway: the occasional negative Investing Pro review reminds us that no service is perfect, but the overwhelming sentiment points to Investing Pro being a legitimately helpful tool for most investors. So after seeing those Investing Pro reviews, I had to see what this platform could actually do myself. And guys, this is where this Investing Pro review gets interesting, because what's inside is a completely different beast from what I've seen elsewhere. Let's start with what instantly became my favorite feature, the ProPicks AI. This isn't just some scanner that simply just looks at the price and tells you. This is a serious multi-factor AI model trained on over 25 years of market data. It analyzes a huge array of financial metrics to identify stocks that are actually poised to outperform. And they don't just make random claims, they backtest everything. Their flagship strategy, Beat the S&P 500, has a historical performance chart that honestly made me do a double take. The Investing Pro ProPicks is a world away from the opinion-driven picks that you'd find on community platforms like Seeking Alpha. So instead of reading 100 different articles, you just get a data-driven signal. But the AI is just one part of the story. The real foundation is the data, and that's where the key statistics feature shines. Whenever I looked up a stock, this gave me an immediate clean snapshot of its overall financial health. We're talking valuation multiples, probability margins, debt levels, all the vital stats that you need organized on one page without any clutter. It felt like having a financial analyst just sitting next to me, pointing out exactly what to look at when I needed it. And that depth of data is Investing Pro's true superpower. We're talking access to over 1,000 metrics, the last 10 years of balance sheets, and exclusive calculations like a stock's fair value and a financial health score. This is the kind of institutional grade analysis that hedge funds use, but presented in a way that's actually understandable. And unlike some platforms that just give you the data and leave you to figure it out, Investing Pro provides a fantastic step-by-step guide built right into the platform that teaches you how to use all this information to analyze the stock properly. So this focus on clear, actionable fundamentals is what really sets it apart. A platform like Unity doesn't even operate in this space, and while Seeking Alpha has its own place for news and opinions, it can often feel noisy and biased and not really give you what you need. But Investing Pro cuts through that. It gives you the hard numbers cleanly presented so that you can form your own conclusions. And beyond the deep analysis, the platform is actually packed with really practical tools. The watch lists are dynamic. The real-time alerts are really crucial. I can't count how many times like a ping on my phone saved me from missing a move while I was out on the go. And the model portfolios offer really great ideas for different strategies too. And after using it daily, the biggest benefit for me was the clarity. It just cut through the market noise and showed me what actually mattered, saving me hours of research and giving me far more confidence in my decisions. It didn't just give me fish, it taught me how to fish with professional grade gear. So, is Investing Pro legit? My one word answer is yes. But is it perfect? No, no platform is, right? Like, if I had to point to a potential downside, it is that the sheer amount of data can definitely feel overwhelming at first. There's a lot of metrics, charts, and tools, and like if you're of a beginner who's just starting out, like you might feel a little bit lost on day one. You might just look at a screen full of financial ratios and charts and just think like, where do I even start with all of this? But honestly, I quickly saw this as a strength, not really a weakness. This isn't this simplified, dumbed down app. It's a powerful professional tool. And they provide amazing resources and learning, like they're a step-by-step guide on how to analyze stocks using Investing Pro and others. And this is all to help you get up to speed. The learning curve is definitely there, but it's worth it because you're learning to analyze stocks like a pro with pro tools. And once you get the hang of that, all of your data becomes your biggest advantage. But let's talk about the big question here. Is an Investing Pro review really complete without talking about the price? Yeah, Investing Pro is not free, but in my opinion, for the depth of tools you get, I found it to be very reasonably priced. If you're like a very casual investor who only checks the market once a month, it might be more than you need. But if you're serious about doing deeper research and making those informed decisions, the value is definitely there. They also often run promos and coupons and stuff like that. So for any of the latest pricing and any current discounts going on, kindly check the link in the description below. We'll keep it updated so that you never miss out on any deal they're offering. So, after thoroughly testing Investing Pro from investing.com, my final verdict is that this Investing Pro review talks about how powerful it is, how it's a legit platform, and how it basically delivered the professional grade data and AI driven insights that it promises. It's not a magical button to print money, no tool really is, but it gives you a significant analytical edge. It saved me time and gave me more confidence in my research. If you're ready to upgrade your research, check the link in the description to get started with our special discount and coupon.